There are QA engineers who keep learning new tools every few months. Selenium, Playwright, Cypress, AI tools. Somehow their career doesn't really move forward. Then there are other testers who don't know every new tool, yet they become senior QA engineer, lead testers, or even test architects. So what's the difference? After working in QA, this is something I have noticed. And honestly, it has very little to do with the tools you are using. Part 1. Tools are easier than thinking. When I started my career, I also believed that learning another automation tool would automatically make me better. And yes, learning tools is important. But after a few years, I realized something. Companies rarely pay you just because you know Playwright or Selenium or Cypress. They pay you because you can solve problems. Let me give you an example. Imagine you are testing a banking application. You find two bugs. First one, the login button is slightly misaligned. The second one, money gets deducted from the account, but the receiver never gets it. Both are bugs, but they are not equal. Any automation tool can tell you that a button is not working, but understanding which issue can affect thousands of customers, that's where your value comes from. Good QA engineers don't just find bugs, they understand the impact of those bugs, and that's a skill no framework can teach overnight. Part 2. The best testers ask questions. One habit I've seen in really good QA engineers is that they ask a lot of questions, not because they don't understand, but because they know requirements are rarely complete. For example, you receive a story that says the user should be able to transfer money. Sounds simple, but what happens if the internet disconnects halfway? What if the bank server responds after 30 seconds? What if the user taps the transfer button 5 times? What if the account balance changes while the request is in process? Nobody may have written these scenarios, but users will create them. That's why testing is not only about executing test cases. Sometimes it's about finding the questions nobody thought about. Many production bugs don't happen because testing was skipped. They happen because nobody asked the right question. Part 3. Users don't behave like test cases. One thing every QA engineer learns is that users are unpredictable. As testers, we follow steps. Step 1, step 2, step 3. Users don't. They refresh pages, open multiple tabs, press back, double click buttons, lose internet connection, leave the application open overnight, come back the next morning, and somehow they find bugs no one expected. That's why I always try to think like an actual user instead of someone executing a checklist, because software is not built for test cases. It's built for people, and people are wonderfully unpredictable. Part 4. What about AI? Now let's talk about the question everyone is asking. Will AI replace QA engineers? I don't think AI replaces good QA engineers, but I do think AI will replace some of the repetitive work we do today. AI can generate test cases, write Playwright scripts, explain Selenium code, even help debug failures. And honestly, that's a good thing because it allows us to spend less time writing repetitive code and more time understanding the product. The value of a QA engineer has never been typing code faster. It's understanding risk, understanding customers, understanding business. AI can suggest us, but it doesn't own the release. It doesn't sit in production meetings. It doesn't decide whether a feature is safe to ship. People still make those decisions, and that's why human judgment still matters. So if you are wondering what should I learn next, yes, learn Playwright, learn API testing, learn AI tools, keep improving technically, but don't stop there. Spend time understanding how product work, ask better questions, think about business impact, think about real users. Those are the skills that separate someone who only executes tests from someone companies genuinely rely on. And in my experience, those skills have had a much bigger impact on my career than learning another testing tool. If this video made you think differently about UA, let me know in the comments. What's one skill that has helped you the most in your career? I'd love to hear your experience. And if you are looking to grow in QA, automation testing, or Playwright, consider subscribing. I post practical videos every week to help you become a better QA engineer. I'll see you in the next one.